Hi everyone, I'm Nicholas, a first year undergraduate student studying land economy at Lucy Cavendish, and I come from Singapore. I'm really new to the Christian faith, but I would like to share my story with you. Prior to becoming Christian, I lived a very individualistic and self-centered life where I pursued things like academics, achievements, and wealth. And I never felt a connection with God. I never would have expected myself to have a relationship with God. My journey with God, my walk with God, wasn't anything extremely extraordinary or anything inconceivable. It was a very peaceful walk with God, and it came about with a very simple prayer. I was going to church on Sunday with a group of friends, and prior to going to church, I prayed. I wanted to pray to God, and I felt a strong emotional connection. I felt that there was something more, something compelling me to go to church. And at church, during the service, I felt the exact same thing. I felt that there was something in me, that there was someone speaking to me, and I wanted to know more. I was curious. I had this desire in me to know more. And on the 5th of October, which turned out to be such a fateful day of my life, I went down to Parker's Piece, where the Freshers' Fair was, and at the Christian Union booth, I picked up a book. That book is titled, Can Science Explain Everything? And it was written by an Oxford mathematician named John C. Lennox. I took that book, I went back home, and as I read it, I was so intrigued and enthralled by it that I ended up reading the whole book just that very afternoon. Right after reading that book, I came to realize that the laws of this world, the wondrous laws of this world, were discovered by men, but was created by a being so much higher than us. That this world, which is so marvelous, so amazing, and so inconceivable at times, was created by a higher being, and that higher being is God. After reading that book, I felt so compelled to run out to church, which is exactly what I did. I came down to HT for student night, and at student night on that day, Stuart, our vicar, mentioned that being Christian is all about our own personal relationship with God, and that truly resonated with me. It made me know that all the times when I was not a Christian, when I was going about thinking that what I was doing was correct, in fact, God was with me and watching over me that whole time. And God knew what I was going through, and eventually He called me to Him. And so here I am now, as a Christian, speaking to you. On a particular Sunday, I came down to church alone, ready and excited for the service ahead. But before I knew it, I found myself feeling really vulnerable, really weak, really small. And I came to realize that I felt God's presence so strongly on that particular night that it was almost as if God was looking me in the eye, telling me that He was there. And that feeling truly crushed my will. It reduced me to tears, and it made me realize that maybe I'm just not as strong as I thought I was. Maybe the way that I was living in the past was truly not correct. And so I went back, I thought about it, I prayed about it, and God let me know that His will was truly marvelous and pure and perfect. And it made me want to follow His will. It made me want to be a part of this amazing Christian family. And so I prayed, and God has been helping me every step of the way. God has been letting me know that He is carrying me forward, that He is my bedrock, and that He is my foundation. And so now I have faith. I have faith that God will continue to be with me. He'll continue to embrace me and carry me forward. I have faith that God will forgive me for my sins and that He will bring me and all of us to salvation. And I have faith that I have a place in the kingdom of heaven where I'll be with God forever and ever. And becoming Christian, as much as I never expected it, turned out to become one of the best things of my life.